So this is how I got fired from a job years ago, but I want to give the story for it. So this little chap here, he represents my boss, he was the chairman, I think, anyway, of the group or something like that. And actually looked a bit like him, but anyway, bless him, never mind. This is how the conversation went. And I'm the operations general manager for the manufacturing center, and he's the chairman. So how the conversation went. So it was really, he always called me Holland. So it was, so Holland. Well done on the numbers. Thanks very much. Quarter one looks great. Profits up, sales are up, margins good. Thanks very much, boss. But there's a problem. Oh, okay. We need the balance sheet to be stronger. Well, okay. What ideas have you got? Well, we can look at stock. You can look at reviewing the stock, work in progress stock. We can refresh the warehouse stock and just see if there's some, gains there or things we can do to engineer a little bit. But how much are you looking for? We need about 1 million. I'm going to struggle. I can't do stock on for 1 million. I can't create stock of 1 million. There's no way we can do that legitimately. What about we can look at the valuation of the buildings, for example. We can look at anything else that's on the balance sheet and do a revaluation and see if the accountants can give us some leeway on it. But 1 million's a pretty tall order. Yeah, well, that stuff that's in the warehouse that owned by the Ministry of Defence. Yeah, they all the stock we manage for them that's in the warehouse, and yeah, I understand that. Well, what's it worth? Well, we've been asked to insure it for 5 million because it's obviously highly valuable, and it's going to be here in the long term. So it's sat in the warehouse. But just as an aside, we don't own it. It's owned by the MOD, Ministry of Defence. It's their stock. We are holding it, we're managing it, and we are distributing it as they need it. But we don't own the stock. But we could actually tell the accountants we do own it, couldn't we? Well, you could, but it's called fraud, isn't it? We don't own it. But then we could tell the accountants we own it, increase the balance sheet. Then we do a sale and leaseback arrangement with the bank, and they'll never know. And by the time we clear the loan, the stock will still be here, and nobody will ever know, will they? Technically, no, they wouldn't ever know, but you still can't do it. It's fraud. And you're going to borrow 1 million against some stock that doesn't, owned is not owned by you. Definitely fraud. And no, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to sign it. I'm not going to do anything with it. Well, if you don't sign the accounts, I can't get the lease agreement done with the bank. And therefore, the PLC is going to be in trouble. And then, I can't guarantee your future. I said, you do what you like. I'm not signing a set of accounts that are dodgy. So if you want to, you do what you got to do, but I'm not signing a set of accounts where we're valuing other people's material at a value that we don't own, and then we're getting a lease back on it, selling a lease back from the bank. No, I'm not doing it. Oh well, you're fired. Well, thanks very much. So that's a bit of a abridged version of how it went. And I toddle off home in the company car, said to Lynn, we've got a mortgage, we've got two boys, one's about 5, one's about 2. And they're, what do we do with that? I'm out. We moved down to this location, doesn't matter who they are, for them, and relocated. And then everything kicks off, got no job. I'm not going to get a very good reference from this mob either. Didn't want one, but I was fired and kicked out. So, yeah, what do you do with that? Now, what happened was, and this was one of the dark days in career terms. First of all, obviously, Lynn, the blonde one, gave me a job to do, which was decorate the house. So we painted everything, wallpaper painted, got the house perfect. It was the perfect house. And then within about 2 weeks, word had spread around the sector, that I'd been booted, and sort of rumblings were around all wasn't good. I had a phone call and somebody wanted me to go and do a contract for them for about 3, 6 months, which was great. But I did the contract for them, fabulous company. And then I had an opportunity to change industries, and we moved up to London or to Horsham, and away we went. So even when you get fired in your career and you marched out of the building pretty much, kicked out without any references or testimonials, nothing like that, all is going to be okay. I was pretty clear. I wasn't going to sign those accounts. My conscience was clear, but my bank account was clear as well because we were on, we were a young family and mortgage and things like that. So that may happen to you if you get fired. Don't worry about it, as long as you do it for the right reasons. But that's how it went. So yeah, this guy, they shut down in the end, and it all collapsed. I wonder why. Not from the operations side, from the top end when they try to raise all this money for other stuff that I wasn't really aware of, above my pay grade. But it all crashed and burned, and away you go. But first of all, don't sign anything that you're not happy with. Don't put your neck on the block. They don't pay that much, I'm sure. And secondly, if it doesn't work out and they push you out because of that, well, good. You dodged a bullet, as I did. and you're going to be fine anyway. So see what happens. If your boss looks like that, tread very, very carefully. Anyway, on that note, I thought I'd just update you. Have a great day and more to come. See you soon. Bye for now.